All right, guys. Hey, hey, how are you? Nice to see everybody. Hi, Diamond. Thanks for being here. Great to catch you. All right, let's get into this. We're going to take a little look at a collective message. We shall see what we've got. I did post a signs and symbols video that came out. I'm kind of shifting. I think signs and symbols might come out a little bit later. I've had it come out at like 5 a.m. I feel like that's a little bit early, but I don't know. Maybe I'll take a poll and ask you guys what time is most convenient for you. But it was an interesting one, that's for sure. But let's get to this. So this is just kind of a collective. We'll see what the energy is for the collective. We have got an 8 of Cups. There's the energy of walking away, starting a new journey, trying to answer maybe a spiritual quest, trying to find a spiritual answer in oneself, one's own heart. So great to see you, Courtney. Hey, hey, Annie. Oh, the kittens are well. The kittens are well. I only see them a little bit here and there, but I got to get some pictures of them for you guys next time. My family has 3 kittens. Well, I got them first, and it was kind of like a gift. And they are they're beautiful. They're big cats now. We have the Fool upright. Okay, so the energy of going in a direction, the energy of taking a leap of faith in a new direction as well. We have strong Aries energy. So somebody is like basically the leader of their own life, which I think is great, since we are all the leaders of our own life anyway. But this says there's this action of bravery. Now we could have in general, the divine masculine and the divine feminine energies in the collective are all thinking about being more brave, stepping forward, stepping into the directions that feels more authentic for them. We have an emperor as well. So right now we're pretty heavy on masculine energy, even though we start out with the imagery of a feminine. So let me take one closer look just at the 8 of Cups first. Okay, we have Strength card sideways. This entire story carries a theme, regardless of gender. And I never read for genders anyway, but regardless, what we see is the energy for the collective right now in this snapshot of time is the personal empowerment, the personal courage to either go in a direction that somebody really believes in, to bet on themselves. This could be characters choosing. By the way, we do have 2 feminine energies here and 2 masculines just based off of the imagery. So let's talk about it like that. Let's go ahead and say him and her, even though please bear in mind, this could both be men, this could both be women, or reverse roles. But it feels like regardless, the story is very similar. I'm ready to walk down a different path. I'm ready to go into the unknown. She's walking into the unknown. He's walking into the unknown. I'm strong enough to do what I think is right. I'll follow my heart, even if it's a little bit scary. He also is saying, I'm going to stand for the things that I actually believe in. I'm going to step into the unknown and follow what I believe is true. So we have 2 very brave souls that are just kind of in that energy of stepping up to do what they believe is true for themselves. We have a 3 of Pentacles sideways. These 2 could be destined to interact. When we have 2 brave souls making choices in their own life to do brave things, good things, right? This is all very positive. This is all, if you're going to be an emperor, emperors are fabulous. They have, they're calm and steady. They are fair and balanced. They have convictions that are based off of, justice and equality. They are not tyrants. They are not trying to take away other people's power. So really awesome energy for him. And then for her, having the Strength card even coming out sideways speaks of, even if I'm scared, I'll go ahead and I'll step into this great unknown. I'll follow the path that I believe is correct for me. I'll face things down, even stuff I don't really want to, and stay, again, calm and steady and true in my own personal convictions. Even if other people don't agree with me, if I do believe this to be the truth, then I'll go ahead and I'll follow this path for myself. So that kind of energy, of course, these 2 are destined to meet. These are brave characters, probably taking brave and winding paths. They could be, these could be individuals that are perhaps about to, their destinies are about to coincide, is maybe what I would say. King of Cups in the reverse. If their destinies are coinciding, it may be to break karmic cycles, karmic cycles of emotional manipulation. Um, this could be just breaking away from fears. But I kind of think that we're telling a story where maybe they have a bigger purpose. We have the Star. Okay, so definitely a bigger purpose. And Seven of Cups. I think these two are supposed to join forces. I think these two are supposed to meet because they're in these really empowered mindsets. They're ready to break away from karmic cycles that would keep them stuck, or individuals that could emotionally manipulate them. What I would say is these are both free thinkers. These are both independent thinkers, characters that have, a mind of their own, solid belief systems based off of things that they can back up with, like reasons that they actually, agree with things, disagree with things, but it's like, it's with integrity. And I feel like this is putting both of them on a life path to reach some real goals. And this, look, everybody has a lot of different paths that their life could take. We see that with the Seven of Cups. This could go many different directions. But if two really awesome characters are about to meet, sometimes that indicates like together they will take a particular path and they'll share that path now. And I do think that this is one of those things where it's like they could do a great deal of good in this world together. It seems like their pathways are destined to, they're already making these decisions inside themselves, right? So the way they're living their life, the things that they gravitate toward, the way that they conduct themselves, that's going to be driving them forward into this kind of like unknown, step by step, I'm just living my authentic life. But as I move forward, my path is going to get clearer. And as they meet one another, I kind of think they're going to influence each other to get clarity on what a bigger goal is. Let me just ask, are these two potentially going to end up romantic partners, or are they going to be business partners or friends, or are they going to do something that just, for whatever reason, they're at the right time at the right place to improve the world around them? We have a Four of Pentacles in the reverse. Oh, things that weren't possible before are going to be possible. It's almost like being around each other is going to like unlock additional potential. Sometimes you get like a really great, let's use music as an example. Sometimes you meet like a really brilliant musician, and then another really brilliant musician, they pair up and they become this fantastic, they're great on their own, but they're fantastic together. Right now I'm thinking about the Traveling Wilburys. If you don't know them, fabulous group. It's Roy Orbison and Tom Petty and Bob Dylan, and everybody got all together, and just the music that they created, George Harrison, the music they created was just spectacular. Or at least I loved their albums. And of course, they're all such big names in their own right, but you put them together and then they made something even more fabulous. And I just kind of feel like that's the way to describe this collaboration. You can be fun on your own, you're amazing on your own, but you come together and what you can do is something different altogether. You've lifted other blockages because you have this, energy from this additional person that can actually, they've got skill sets that you don't have, and vice versa. So really, really nice energy here of, coming together. And Queen of Pentacles, I think it's going to be like a dream come true, a wish come true, that they didn't even know that they wished for these things. If you notice, we have these couple stars in alignment. And of course, before that, we had the star card. Bear in mind right now, it's a very auspicious time because we are in the Lionsgate portal energy, which is when we have the alignment of Sirius, the dog star, along with, Orion's belt, along with Earth and the sun. So we've got a wonderful alignment of energy anyway. By the way, I will be doing zodiacs today. Ideally getting all the rest of our zodiacs out. I might fall short of just one or two today, but I think we'll probably get most every zodiac out. That 8/8 portal technically is obviously on, the 8th of August, but the energy is already kind of like that portal energy is already flowing. So has been since like the 26th of July to like the 10th or 12th of August. So I don't know, this kind of feels like it fits into that window of energy flow and potential for stars to align for these two to meet. Now, are they business partners? Are they romantic partners? This says it could be many things to each other. We can see that they're going to do some pretty lovely things in this world with that Four of Pentacles in the reverse. Like I think they'll inspire each other to do so much more, inspire each other on whatever talents and gifts they already have. I feel like they will, at minimum, we could say that they would be amazing at inspiring one another to take talents they already have and kind of like extrapolate those and do bigger and better things. But then we also have the Tower card coming in. So it breaks confines. Again, when we've got the thought cloud up above, this could be a business idea, but I would say it's like, oh my God, I never considered that we could do so much more now that I've met you, now that I'm encountering you and your ideas. We sit and we talk and we bounce ideas off of each other, and it's like the sky's the limit. In fact, we could do so much good. I do feel like this is starting to shift into a little more sci-fi energy, because everything here is showing me the sky, the sky, the sky. That's all I see. And I'm wondering if this is like they are together going to be channeling more like cosmic energy. This looks more like an energy conduit than the Eiffel Tower to me right now. Lots of times I read this as the Eiffel Tower and I talk about Paris. Right now I see it as more like an obelisk, maybe a channel for cosmic energy. Everything is like, let's listen to the cosmos. Let's hear more what is out there and what could be. Okay, so they are going to be lovers. Let's hear what the cosmos has to say to us. I kind of think this is two people having their minds blown a little bit. The fact that they are perhaps, maybe they're star seeds. I'm not saying I believe in star seeds, but for the purpose of storytelling, I love to dabble in, especially the sci-fi stories. So we'll leave that out there. Maybe they are star seeds. Maybe there's not. I have no idea. Who am I to say what sci-fi things are actual, factual, or merely, fictional? I don't know. But we certainly see, again, that the sky and the stars very visible back there. This Gemini energy talks about the twins, right? The Gemini is the twins. It feels like the two of them are kind of like, we'll say, being activated, meeting each other, gravitating toward each other. But remember, the only reason that this happens is because they, solo and independent of one another, first, kind of like stepped into their best energy. Each one of them separately has become their best self. Then they gravitate toward each other and then further activate. And that's where we see them matching one another. But this is after like connecting to like a higher purpose, kind of like a cosmic download. I still feel like they have more to do in this world than just become romantic partners. I think that's a wonderful addition to their lives to have met somebody that inspires one another, but I don't think that's all that they're here to do. I think that the love story is wonderful for them, for sure. Seven of Wands, and we have all these butterfly wings, this big transformative energy. 7 is a divine number. 7 of Wands is how we overcome struggles. When we put the butterfly on it, we're talking about, I think that the way we've been telling this story is probably the best way to tell it, which is the two of them already transformed themselves. The two of them together will further make transformations. Their love story will further like add energy into like this whole, kind of like energetic download. And from there, I feel like they will be able to blossom, transform things, change things. I mean, this literally could be the two people that have the capability of transforming or, creating a movement, creating something really beautiful that the earth needs right now, that humanity needs right now. Something that, allows there to be, in this case, a greater love, greater emotional expression. With the Knight of Cups, this is taking action in positive ways to kind of like, you can even see his scarf like blowing out behind him, and it's like it's creating a rainbow through the sky. It's very beautiful. These are very rainbow colored. Well, this whole deck is very rainbow colored. So pretty. But we see all this transformation, and that is the way to get beyond obstacles. It is essentially saying like love is the answer. But before love is the answer, first you have to have some courage and bravery to stand for something good. And once you can do that, then you can gravitate toward love, and then you can kind of share that, create that, like really express that, really be an example of that, put energy into perhaps overcoming the opposite of love, which is, oppression and, manipulation and the fear and things like that. I can see how this is something that they could really bring, like, I'm not saying it's necessarily even as a business. I mean, it could be that. I don't know. These two lead by example. I can see that part of it. I don't know that I would say that they've got to become motivational speakers or something. I don't see it that way. I don't see this like the guru path or anything. But I will say that whatever it is that they do, let's just say it encompasses, or maybe it embodies, the concept of love and spreading something a lot better. So very nice. Very nice to see that. That's great energy for a Lionsgate portal message for sure. I love that that's what's coming in. I'll be curious to see how these stories continue. We've been getting some really interesting ones and some really sweet ones this week so far. So I'm really, really excited about that. You guys, so nice to see everybody. Annie S. Capricorn is next. Aquarius and Pisces will follow up. We'll get to Gemini today. So hang in there. Annie S. 5 a.m.s or afternoon for you. Yeah. I know I've got watchers all around the world. So I'm not sure what the best time is for everyone. Hello. Nice to see you. Hi, Crystal Suzanne. Oh, Steph Landers. I am delighted. Thank you for being here. D, shout out to you in Dublin. Thank you for popping in. Jen, true Canadian girl. Nice to see you, love. Tack Ellis, hi. SLH, great to see you. Hey, darling. Pink Goddess Empires, hi. Kristen Alphabet, wonderful to catch you. Thank you so much. Pan Ammon, hang on. Panna, Manny, Anne Marie. Did I get that right? Sometimes I have to break it down and go phonetically, chunk by chunk. I'm so glad you're here. Hi, Lisa Nova. Awesome to see you in a live, hun. Robin, always good to see you. I know, Kristen Alphabet. Yeah, we had an interesting Libra one. AJSRVIM. Hi, Carrie B for me. Buenas tardes. Oh, are you on Cozumel? That's wonderful. Lady Ah, hi. Hi, Katie. Good to see you. Wary Bunny. You know I dig the alien emoji. Angel Leo girl. Hey. Thanks again, you guys. Steph Landers, it is my pleasure. I am so honored you're here. Wendy, nice to see you, Wendy E. Lots of love. All right, you guys, I'll see you again in some of the zodiacs throughout today and into tonight. We'll probably do about 4 right now, and then later on this evening, I'll probably do a couple more. So, Cindy, thanks for being here. Annie, that's awesome. D, thank you. It's a really nice group of people. How could you guys not, give me some good vibes, right? I feel really lucky that we have such a nice community. So thank you for being a part of that. Bye, everybody. I'll see you in a bit.